Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where we bring you the latest updates about Sheikh Hamdan and his family. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure to do so now and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates. Now, let's get into today's story. In my previous video, I shared the shocking news that Sheikh Hamdan divorced his second wife, Haadiya. Despite the end of their marriage, Sheikh Hamdan showed remarkable generosity. He gifted Haadiya his second palace and also gave her $10 million. Even after their separation, the two decided to maintain a respectful relationship for the sake of their children and continue co-parenting together. However, not everyone in the family was happy about Sheikh Hamdan's decision. His first wife, Sheikha Thani, was particularly upset by the situation. Although she remained calm on the outside, she secretly hoped that the second palace would eventually become hers. The thought of Haadiya owning such a valuable property continued to bother her. One evening, Sheikha Thani finally decided to confront Sheikh Hamdan directly. She called him and immediately brought up the topic of the second palace. According to sources close to the family, the conversation quickly became tense. Sheikha Thani told Sheikh Hamdan that she wanted the second palace and insisted that he transfer it to her. Sheikh Hamdan firmly replied that the palace now legally belonged to Haadiya and that there was nothing more to discuss. But Sheikha Thani refused to let the matter go. She continued arguing and repeatedly stated that she still wanted the palace. The disagreement grew more heated as both of them stood by their positions. Finally, frustrated by the entire conversation, Sheikh Hamdan abruptly ended the call. Unfortunately for Sheikh Hamdan, that was not the only difficult conversation waiting for him that day. His father, Sheikh Mohammed, was also unhappy about the recent developments. After hearing about the divorce settlement, he decided to call his son and ask about the $10 million that had been given to Haadiya. Still feeling irritated from his earlier argument, Sheikh Hamdan answered honestly. He admitted that he had indeed given Haadiya the $10 million as a gift. But then he said something that left Sheikh Mohammed completely speechless. According to sources, Sheikh Hamdan told his father, "She was the one I wanted in my life from the very beginning, but you and the family removed her from my life. Can't I at least give her a good farewell?" Those words hung heavily in the air. For several moments, there was nothing but silence on the phone. Sheikh Mohammed reportedly did not know how to respond. Hearing those emotions from his son after all these years left him stunned. The conversation eventually came to an end, but neither of them seemed satisfied with how it ended. Meanwhile, at Nad al-Shiba Palace, life was moving forward peacefully. Sheikh Hamdan's new wife, Shamma, was enjoying a quiet day when she received an unexpected visitor. It was Haadiya. Haadiya arrived carrying a wedding invitation card. She warmly greeted Shamma and handed her the invitation, personally inviting both Shamma and Sheikh Hamdan to attend her upcoming wedding. To everyone's surprise, Shamma was genuinely happy for Haadiya. There was no jealousy, no resentment, and no tension between the two women. Instead, Shamma congratulated Haadiya and promised that she would definitely attend the wedding. The meeting was filled with kindness and mutual respect. After spending some time together, Haadiya left the palace. Later that day, Sheikh Hamdan returned home. By then, Haadiya had already gone. As he entered the palace, Shamma showed him the wedding invitation card. The moment Sheikh Hamdan saw it, his expression changed. A wave of emotions seemed to pass through him. He quietly took the card and sat down alone. As he reflected on the past, Sheikh Hamdan began to realize how complicated life can be. Sometimes the people we love most do not remain part of our journey forever. Sometimes circumstances force people apart even when feelings remain. The realization left him feeling emotional. For a while, he sat in complete silence. But Shamma noticed that something was wrong. She could see the sadness in his eyes. Not wanting him to remain trapped in painful memories, she sat beside him and gently started a conversation. She joked with him. She teased him. She shared funny stories and tried her best to lift his mood. Slowly but surely, Sheikh Hamdan began to smile again. The sadness did not disappear completely, but Shamma's presence reminded him that life continues moving forward and that happiness can still be found even after difficult chapters come to an end. And that brings us to the end of today's update. What do you think about this latest development? Do you think Sheikh Hamdan still has feelings for Haadiya? And what are your thoughts about Shamma's supportive behavior? Let me know your opinions in the comments section below. I hope you found today's video interesting and enjoyable. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.